Hi, welcome to the Road to the Roses. I'm Roxanne Tanner, joined by Gary Palmisano, who's going to tell us about some things happening with Road to the Roses this weekend. Gary?
Well, it's our first scoring week, so don't forget to have your horses activated by noon Saturday morning. And also, don't forget to check out the Brisnet.com chat from 7 to 9 p.m. Chat with experts about their selections for this week's upcoming great races, which we're going to tell you all about.
Yes, some great races indeed. We're going to start off at Turf Paradise. They have the Turf Paradise Derby, a field of 9 horses in this race. And it looks like Indian Firewall is the class of the field.
Yes, Indian Firewater from the Bob Baffert barn looks like the class of the field and a definite power horse player in this race.
Power horse indeed. Now let's make our way over to California, where they have the El Camino Real Derby at Golden Gate Fields. 10 horses in this field, top 3 finishers from the California Derby coming into this race. What do you think, Gary?
I like Ranger Hartley. He won the California Derby. He's beaten most of the field, and I think he can go wire to wire again.
Connemara, the second place finisher out of the California Derby, coming into this race as well. Todd Pletcher sends this one in, finished second last time out, and gets top jock out in Northern California. Russell Bays, definitely have to take a look at him as well. Now let's make our way over to Fairgrounds. Gary, this is your stomping grounds. What do you think of the Risen Star? Full field of 12 there.
I think it's going to be a great race. I can tell you from being at Fairgrounds a few weeks ago that Stay Put from the Steve Margolis barn has been the talk of the backside with 2 very impressive wins down there. But I'm going to go with Drosselmeyer. I think Kent DeSormo coming in with Bill Mott shipping from Florida. I know he'll be ready to run.
Drosselmeyer impressive in his last score at Gulfstream Park, winning that allowance race. Mott bringing him over to Louisiana for this race. I have to look at Ron the Greek. Won the LeCompte last time out. Very impressive fashion. Will probably be the most likely favorite in the Risen Star. Definitely take a look at him as well. And I know quite a few of you will be using him as your power horse. Now let's go to Gulfstream Park in Florida, where they feature 2, not just 1, but 2 races this weekend for the Road to the Roses. Let's start off with the Hutcheson. Got a field of 8 there. Rick Dutrow sending out 2 powerful horses in this race.
I like Radiohead. I think he had a very rough trip in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, making his first start in America. Comes back this year with a great work at Gulfstream over the track, and I think Dutrow will have him ready.
Dutrow knows a thing or two about 3-year-olds, as we saw a couple years ago with Big Brown. He also brings in D. Funnybone, finished a disappointing 13th last time in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, cutting back from the mile and 16th distance to 7.8, 7 furlongs in this race. Definitely look for a much improved effort this time out. Now let's go over to Fountain of Youth Stakes at Gulfstream as well. Features 10 starters and some nice 3-year-olds in this race. Definitely kind of my tough race to handicap out of all of them.
Well, I got to believe Buddy Saint's going to be a heavy favorite in this race, but I'm looking for a price. I like Lost Aptitude. I think he's ran some very great races on the turf course, and I think his aptitude pedigree should switch over to the main track quite well. Who are you thinking?
Esconderda, last out January, ran a nice allowance race, comes into this race looking to see if he is a legitimate Derby horse or not. So I know quite a few of y'all will be going back and forth as to whether or not who's going to be your power horses, and don't forget to activate those. Gary, a big weekend of racing, a lot of excitement, so much fun.
It's going to be a very exciting week, and we can't wait to see you back here next Friday. Don't forget about the Brisnet chat from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you next week.
Good luck.